Thank you, Laddie, and welcome to Sports News. A rerun of elections into the 4 pending National Sports Federations boards will now hold on Wednesday, the 12th of July 2017. The chairman of the Election Appeals Committee, Abdul Razak Salau, said the federations are athletics, gymnastics, weightlifting and taekwondo. Salau said all zonal vice and presidential elections will take place in the Rugby Federation also on the 12th of July. And former Nigeria goalkeeper Vincent Enyama is one of 11 players who has been told they are no longer required by the new Lille coach Marcelo Bielsa. The French club's new Argentine boss has also sent messages to Zambia's Topilo Sunzu, Tunisia's Naim Sliti, and Cote d'Ivoire's Junior Talo, saying they are not part of his plans. Enyama, who played 101 times for the Super Eagles, only signed a new deal last season. The club has already made some summer signings, including Burkina Faso international goalkeeper Herve Kofi, following Lille's disappointing 11th place finish last season. An NPFL leading scorer and MFM striker Stephen O'Day, Abia Warrior striker Shedrack Asiegbu, and Aqua United's Musa Newman have emerged as frontrunners for the 2016-17 Wonder Goal Award. The 3 goals were among 18 scored on match day 25. The goals scored by O'Day for MFM against Kano Pillars temporarily put the game at 1-1 and later represented scant consolation as Pillars ran out 3-1 winners. Asiegbu's strike was the first of his brace in a tight contest with league leaders Plateau United. His club Abia Warriors triumphed 2-1, while Newman's goal was Aqua United's second in a 2-0 win over Katsina United. And elsewhere, the tennis, where Roger Federer began his campaign for a record 8th Wimbledon title with ease, with opponent Alexander Dogobelov quit with an injury in the second set. Federer was a 6-3 3-love ahead of the Ukrainian, retired from the first round match with an ankle injury after just 43 minutes. 3-time champion Novak Djokovic also progressed when Slovakian opponent Martin Klitzen quit with a calf injury. Djokovic was leading 6-3 2-love when Klitzen retired just after 40 minutes. And top seed Angelique Kerber has recorded a 6-4, 6-4 victory over American qualifier Irina Falconi after an hour and 27 minutes of play. It was far from a straightforward victory for the world number 1, whose serve was broken twice by Falconi during the match, but the German had too much power for the world number 247. And with Wimbledon, we end on World Sports News for tonight. I'm Byron, Tony Ranta, and Maddie will be back with the wrap.
Some foreign news. Russia and China have jointly called on North Korea to stop its missiles and nuclear programs following the country's confirmation it had tested successfully an intercontinental ballistic missile. Both countries have called the launch unacceptable and also called on the U.S. and South Korea to suspend their large-scale military exercises. However, both the United States and Russia say the missile presented no threat to either country.
North Korea's claim of an intercontinental ballistic missile, the latest in a string of missile tests, draws the admiration of Pyongyang residents, but riles its neighbors, especially the closest, Japan. According to Japanese authorities, the missile exceeded an altitude of 2,500 kilometers, flew about 900 kilometers for about 40 minutes, and fell in Japanese waters. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe plans to ask Chinese and Russian top leaders to play a more constructive role in dealing with North Korea at this week's G20 summit on Friday. China, on its part, has declared its opposition to DPRK missile launches in violation of UN Security Council resolutions, while also calling for calm and restraint in the region. South Korean president says he is deeply disappointed North Korea launched the missile only days after he and the US President Donald Trump called for restraint, adding that he strongly condemns the flagrant disregard of international warnings. Pyongyang's acclaimed ICBM flew a trajectory which experts say could allow a weapon to hit the U.S. state of Alaska. Its weapons program ambition goes beyond its immediate environment and has so far led to unilateral South Korean and U.S. sanctions. The continued provocation will be part of key issues on the table when leaders from the group of 20 nations meet in Germany.
Emergency workers in Ghana have been trying to rescue 17 miners trapped in an illegal mining pit since Sunday. The pit in Preston Suta town in the western region caved in, trapping the miners more than 25 meters underground. 5 managed to escape, according to local police. Rescue efforts are still ongoing 48 hours later in the hope of finding survivors. Illegal mining, allegedly led by Chinese nationals, has been a source of concern to the Ghanaian authorities, both because of safety issues and its destructive impact on the environment. Several arrests have been made and equipment seized. And the main news again. The Senate appears to be spoiling for a showdown with the executive arm of government, as it made clear today that it will no longer accept names from the executive until first the issue of Ibrahim Mago is resolved and the acting president retracts the statement where he said the lawmakers do not have powers to confirm nominees apart from ministerial and ambassadorial ones. And that indeed is it on our News at 10 tonight. Thanks for being with us. I am Ladi Akiri Joluale. Good night.